Whether it's the aviator jacket that took the 80s by storm or the Parker jacket, so beloved by 90s pop, the styles for this autumn-winter are varied and enticing. We're here at Radisson Blu St Helens to meet stylist Irene O'Brien to celebrate great outerwear options that are enjoying their time in the spotlight once again. It's great to see you again, Irene, and we've been so lucky with the mild weather, but it's time now to start thinking about cozying up for the autumn.
I know, it's like that trick weather now, isn't it? Because it's still, you get nice bright days, but they're all the more enjoyable when you're wrapping up. So I was thinking about outerwear, and you know, ILAC are celebrating 40 years in business, so I was taking a nod from different trends that we saw over the past 40 years that are once again making a reappearance and looking really stylish and updated for 2021. So hopefully there's something for every taste in the outerwear.
And you have 6 looks for us today, so we're going to start with the first one. Lovely neutrals there.
Exactly, yeah. Well, so Kelly's wearing this first look from Catch, and it's, you know, I started thinking about this and I was thinking about puffer jackets, and I started going down kind of a hole of all the history of everything, you know, because they actually came around firstly in the 30s, but it was in the 80s that they really became big. I think that's when everyone would remember them, and it was kind of Milanese men that were wearing them and styling them. So going with this kind of mushroom colour, which is nice tonally, kind of keeping it with like creams and beiges and stuff like that, and I think that that can look quite chic. But what I really like about this, and if you think about puffer jackets, they're really smart because they're so warm, but they're cut in certain ways that you are able to kind of move and enjoy wearing them, you know? And I think the two-piece cord underneath, it just kind of makes it a little bit chic. For wearing a tracksuit, it's nice to have something matching with it.
And the shoes, well, we're going with trainers because we're out and about walking.
So we went to yours for these nice crisp white trainers, and I think it's nice to have a fresh pair like that going into autumn winter for the walking.
So we're going to move on now to one of my favourite colours, blue.
I know, it is a really great colour, isn't it? I've actually never met someone that blue doesn't like, you know? So we went to Regatta for this, and I was looking for kind of that parka style and thinking about, okay, we are doing much more, people are so much more into hill walking, anything outdoors now, I think, particularly through the times we've lived through. So in Regatta, they have these lovely kind of parka jackets, and I was thinking, you know, in the 90s, I was thinking about like Oasis, and everyone kind of was wearing them all the time. So for this one, loved the blue, as I said, and I think it's a great one over jeans, but what we did was we went with the kind of walking gear, so it has that nice zipple pie neck top underneath it, and then the great trousers and the boots. And of course, if you are doing some serious walking, I think that that is really important to consider your footwear, because I don't know about you, I've been caught out in the kind of dainty little trainers and then kind of couldn't get up the hills I wanted to climb.
I think we all have, but it's a mistake you only ever make once.
Exactly. No.
So we're going a little bit more glamorous now with the dress.
Exactly, yes. So Adele is wearing a look from yours, and I wanted again to bring in a jacket, and I was thinking about all the kind of movies and stuff that we saw those aviator jackets in, you know, over kind of the 90s and the noughties. And what I really love about this one as well is it's so soft, because sometimes when you think about kind of that style of jacket, it can be, you think it would be quite restrictive, but it's lovely. It has the kind of faux fur trim and then the kind of hardware on it, you know, the metal on it as well. And they're kind of making statements in themselves. And I like that idea of kind of high-low dressing. So underneath we've a very feminine, pretty dress, but it kind of toughens it up almost, you know, that jacket. But then of course you could be wearing the dress with a load of different things, and you could be wearing it with a pole neck underneath. But we've gone as well with kind of chunky boots, because I think at this time of year they're a great thing that are going to bring you kind of all throughout your activities during the week.
And now we've gone a little bit wild.
We certainly have. Well, we'd have to, wouldn't we? So this here whole look is from Gerard. And I was thinking about, you know, the gilet, and that really came into its own kind of in the noughties as well, or even in the 90s, if you think like All Saints were all wearing those cool gilets. And that idea of kind of playing with the lengths of stuff as well. This one's a real statement piece, and I love the fact that it has kind of the detail on the back, it has all the print, and then kind of keeping it cool and that kind of athleisure kind of style, street style, with the really cool hoodie underneath, and then just those nice black jeans too. And it's all these kind of different details, and if you're thinking about it, every single one of those pieces could be worn with other things in a wardrobe, and I think that's a really good way to think about it, and to think about outerwear as well. It doesn't always mean a full coat. Something like a gilet can be really warm and really stylish.
And we haven't forgotten about the men in our lives.
No, Darren's back now. I absolutely love a pea coat on a man, and every man I meet I try to dress in a pea coat, so I've done that with Darren.
But it's so flattering. I can see why you would.
It's so stylish, and I think sometimes men think that maybe that's a little bit formal for day to day, but it's not at all, because I was even thinking like, you know, Arctic Monkeys and everything, they were wearing those kind of styles as well, you know. So with this we have the pea coat, and it is navy, but it has kind of the black buttons. So in that case I decided I'm going to go for a navy, really nice short sleeve top underneath. Short sleeve knit I think is really chic, you don't see it as much, that kind of fine knit. So went with the black jeans here, and this is all from River Island, and of course they have a huge range of different shapes, but I really do like kind of that more neat fit on a man as well, particularly when we're going for this kind of cool grey boot. It's almost like you're not quite tucking the jean in, but it looks really good. It's kind of nice playing with proportions, and of course black and navy, they look so chic together, you know.
And I think navy is a colour that sometimes we don't necessarily go for initially, but it's so flattering.
Exactly, it is, and I think it is a great alternative to black. It's just that little bit softer, and I think then that it goes with more things because of that.
And our final pièce de résistance today, a little bit of bling. I love bling.
I know. So starting with the coat, I was looking at the houndstooth, and I was thinking about, like, you'll remember in the 80s, you know, even Madonna, everyone was wearing those cool kind of, you know, suits and cool trousers and jackets, and that's what I always think when I think about houndstooth. So I wanted to go with a jacket that was really nice print, and to show, you know, that you can play with jackets. It doesn't always need to be something kind of toned down or neutral. I think the fit is great on this, and then it has again that lovely kind of softness around the collar. And then moving on to the top, the entire outfit is from Quiz, but this one here, like, it's just a great black sweater. So you could be wearing this as we are over these really, really cool leggings and the high shine leggings, and it's picking up all of that kind of sequins on the sleeve. And I think as well, like, make every day an occasion, you know, really enjoy your clothes. And I think it's a really nice way of doing it, is having those details and finishing it off with those really cool ankle boots. I like the fact that there's that kind of thinner heel on it there as well, and it just adds that little bit of kind of dressiness to it. But you could wear it, of course, with a chunkier heel too.
Thanks so much, Irene. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually looking forward to the colder weather now, just to try on those beautiful pieces of outerwear you showed us.
Good, I'm delighted. It's great to see you, Nuala.